Azure DNS. Azure DNS is a hosting service for DNS domains that provides name resolution by using Microsoft Azure infrastructure. By hosting your domains in Azure, you can manage your DNS records using the same credentials, APIs, tools, and billing as your other Azure services. Benefits of Azure DNS. Azure DNS leverages the scope and scale of Microsoft Azure to provide numerous benefits, including reliability and performance, security, ease of use, customizable virtual networks, alias records, reliability and performance. DNS domains in Azure DNS are hosted on Azure's global network of DNS name servers, providing resiliency and high availability. Azure DNS uses anycast networking, so each DNS query is answered by the closest available DNS server to provide fast performance and high availability for your domain. Security. Azure DNS is based on Azure Resource Manager, which provides features such as Azure Role-Based Access Control, Azure RBAC, to control who has access to specific actions for your organization. Activity logs to monitor how a user in your organization modified a resource or to find an error when troubleshooting. Resource locking to lock a subscription, resource group, or resource. Locking prevents other users in your organization from accidentally deleting or modifying critical resources. Ease of use. Azure DNS can manage DNS records for your Azure services and provide DNS for your external resources as well. Azure DNS is integrated in the Azure portal and uses the same credentials, support contract, and billing as your other Azure services. Because Azure DNS is running on Azure, it means you can manage your domains and records with the Azure portal, Azure PowerShell templates, and the cross-platform Azure CLI. Applications that require automated DNS management can integrate with the service by using the REST API and SDKs. Customizable virtual networks with private domains. Azure DNS also supports private DNS domains. This feature allows you to use your own custom domain names in your private virtual networks, rather than being stuck with the Azure-provided names. Alias records. Azure DNS also supports alias record sets. You can use an alias record set to refer to an Azure resource, such as an Azure Public IP address, an Azure Traffic Manager profile, or an Azure Content Delivery Network (CDN) endpoint. If the IP address of the underlying resource changes, the alias record set seamlessly updates itself during DNS resolution. The alias record set points to the service instance, and the service instance is associated with an IP address.